Oh, there you are, YouTube. Whenever we let the dishes back up a little bit, we end up with a plastic garden. All those bottles. There you go. And there it is. We finished the puzzle. And of course we're watching Downton Abbey. Very emotional episode. So long. So it's falling over.
I knew you could roll a puzzle.
You just unroll it the next time you want to do it. This is how you lose pieces. So long, clamors at Hodges. So, obviously, my hat is from Back to the Future 2. And my wife and I, a couple days ago, maybe it was just yesterday, I think it was 2 days ago. I don't know, doesn't matter. Anyway, each of us were trying to make our top 100 movie lists. And when we say top, we were referring to our favorite movies, not what we consider to be the best movies. I think there is a difference there. And I had a tough time with franchises. I never know. It's like someone else has to create the rules, whether it's, do you group franchises together or not? For the longest time when it came to me creating lists, I would group them together, but as time goes on, I just don't know. Like with Star Wars, I used to just generically say I like all 6, but now we have 3, 4, 5 new ones. I like most of them. One of them I really don't like. I have aspects of it that I do, but because I'm not that big of a fan of it, do I include it? I don't know. It's hard to just say, like all the Star Wars movies are, number 22 on my list or something like that. So, I don't know. It's a tough thing. Same thing with Back to the Future. Love all 3 of them. Don't really have a problem. Well, I kind of have a problem. I'll go ahead and tell you my problem. In Back to the Future 2 and 3, we see Marty sort of become triggered anytime he's called a chicken. That does not happen in the first movie, but the way that it's used in the sequels, it's like this a thing that like makes up who Marty is. So it's very weird that that was sort of added to the story in the way it was added. So that's my one problem with Back to the Future trilogy. I love all the movies, but I just wish that would have been like maybe a new thing that sort of upset Marty, because it does very much seem like it's a part of his identity that he gets angry if he's called a chicken. So that, my one problem. But still, love those movies. But what do? Do I group them together? Because if somebody said rank the Back to the Future movies, I would rank them. I wouldn't say all equal. I would be like the first one, then the second one, then the third one. I think, I like those in the order they were made. I think when I was younger, I probably liked Back to the Future 2 more than 1, but I think I now prefer them in the order they were made. Same, no, not with Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, I go Fellowship, Return of the King, then Two Towers. But if I'm making a grand list of 100 movies, I sort of want to group those films together and not separate them. I wouldn't even know where to begin when it comes to separating. Same thing with Star Wars. I used to just group them all together. I also used to group the Disney Renaissance films together. So Little Mermaid, then I wouldn't put Rescuers Down Under in that group because that was the one that came after Little Mermaid. But I would go and include Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King. I put those four movies together on a grand list just because I love them so much. And how do I choose a favorite? I mean, I think I could probably try and rank those. It would be very difficult. But basically, all of that to say, when it comes to franchises, what do you do? Do you break them up when you're making a grand list of like 100 favorite films, or do you group them together, or does it switch from franchise to franchise? Like Jurassic Park, I love the first one. The first one is the best. And then I like Jurassic World next after that. And then probably The Lost World. And then what else is there? I don't even know, the latest one, Fallen Kingdom. That one, I wasn't that big into that one. That one's pretty low on the list. But then Jurassic Park 3, I won't even allow in my house. I don't acknowledge its existence. So clearly, with those movies, I'm going to separate them. But other ones, again, like Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings, I would always group them together. And I just don't know, on a grand list of 100, where the placements would be. I know, which ones would be higher, which ones would be lower, but where to place them, it would be so hard. Anyway, that's I guess, where my mind is at right now during quarantine. My wife and I are just creating movie lists. It's been a long time since I've done a top 100. It all gets muddled, after probably the 8th film anyway. Like my top 6 are all very solid. But then after that, it's all kind of, well, this could go here, but this one could go here. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. Anyway, gonna head to bed, edit this, post it, then head to bed. Yeah, so that's all. I will see ya.